Yo, it's Taiaysha, and you're listening to my new single, One Night Ting, featuring Saweetie on Dash Radio.
Woo! Woo! All right, everybody, this is My Wand here at Dash Radio with a real special talent.
Oh, gosh.
I'm very excited for this, and you guys know, anyone who's seen my interviews knows I'm always happy, I'm always excited, but I'm genuinely really hyped to be talking to the incredible Tai'aysha.
You're gassing me.
I
Thank you
am
so
not
much.
gassing you.
I love your energy.
Oh, thank you. No, I had to match your energy. So I'm going to tell you a little secret. When you walked into here, I do a thing where I give every artist I interview an album
Okay.
from my personal collection.
Oh.
And I knew what artist I was going to pick from because I have I'll give you a clue, her discography upstairs. Mm-hmm. But I was like, let me meet her. And then I really wanted to choose which album of hers I gave you after I met her.
Oh my God.
So I met you. Everybody, we just met like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, she's cool. Because you
And
immediately...
we're already like a whole shot in.
No,
so.
and it's even on top of that, you just were chilling. You walked up, you said hi. And
Yeah.
one of the things I always appreciate is like eye contact. And like you have a record with Saweetie. I don't have a record with Saweetie.
Man, I'm just a girl, man.
I know,
None
but-
of that means nothing.
But you had every reason to walk in and be like, motherfucker, I got a record with Saweetie. So anyway,
Not my style.
You have a great soul, I could tell.
Thank you.
And to key in on the word soul, I wanted to give you one of the most soulful albums I think ever.
Shut the
Sade, Love
up.
Deluxe.
Oh my, you know I love Sade.
Oh, I know.
She's like literally one of my inspos.
So
I'm so like, thank you.
that is yours to keep. And
Oh, I could almost cry. Like,
Listen,
I'm really excited.
I haven't met Sade, but listening
Me
to her
neither.
music, when I listen to Love Deluxe, there is so much soul packed into that 8-9 song album.
She's amazing.
And the first 20 minutes I met you, I felt like you have such a pure soul.
Oh my God.
Just so like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyone who gets a chance to meet Tai'aysha, I keep wanting to say Tai'aysha.
Tai.
Tai.
Like tie your shoe.
Okay, anyone who gets to meet Tai'aysha, like Tai'aysha, that's a good one. The first thing you're gonna realize is you are a genuinely good human being. I could just tell.
Thank you, thank you.
No, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you, but for giving me this opportunity so young in your career, because I feel like a lot of people over the next few months are gonna be like, who's Tai'aysha? Like, she got a song with Saweetie. Like, I see her everywhere. You know, you're signed to Atlantic Records, so I know there's gonna be a team of human beings working to kind of, you know, get you to where you're destined to be.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the beginnings. So you're from Massachusetts.
Yes, I am.
But by way of anywhere, you were the first born in the States, right?
Yes.
But were you born in Massachusetts?
Yeah, I was born in Mass.
Okay, born and
Yeah.
raised.
Yeah, born and raised. I was definitely an accident. My mom had me when she was like 17, 18.
Oh, snap.
And like my dad, he was like the first person in his family to have a kid. So it was just like very intense for people. But I
Yeah.
feel like I paved the way for all my little brothers and sisters
Okay,
and my cousins and stuff.
So you're the first.
Yeah. Now I give them more room to while out.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you kidding me? So you come from a half Dominican, half Cambodian household.
Yes.
Okay, I'm neither Dominican or Cambodian, but I'm pretty sure all minority parents want their kids to be like a doctor, a lawyer.
Yeah.
The last thing any minority parents want their kids to be is a fucking artist.
No, literally. But they kept asking me what I was gonna do with my life, and I'm just like, I don't think that any of that stuff would fit me. Like I could be in the pharmacy cutting up pills and giving it out to people, but I don't think that would be
It
like.
sound like so much like drug dealing. Shit is low key. It is low key.
It is, but
Pfizer,
like,
fuck you, no.
yeah. Oh, stop. No, we don't want no. We don't want no beef.
None of that. No beef, Pfizer. I'm down with y'all.
No Pfizer.
But no, so how did your parents accept that? You were the first generation.
You know
know?
what? My parents, my mom especially, is actually like super supportive. Because I think she always saw kind of like the vision for me. It was more like their parents. And especially like my dad's side of the family, like my Cambodian side, I think they were always kind of like wanting for me to be like doing something very
Safe.
safe typical, but now they love it.
Of course.
My grandma calls me every day and she's like, you know, your videos at so-and-so views
Exactly.
now.
We got a song with Saweetie.
Yeah.
So like, yes, absolutely, they can see it now. But I
Yeah.
can't imagine what that was like.
No, they looked at me crazy for the past like few years, but
Okay.
they tried to be as supportive as possible. But I'm like, guys, it's gonna be worth it. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it.
I'll give you kudos because it takes a lot of courage, a whole lot of courage to be able to basically like put all that pressure on yourself. You're a role model to how many siblings?
Yeah, I have 3 siblings.
That's
and
a
like
lot.
40 cousins.
Yeah, 40. You said 40 cousins.
Yeah,
I believe it.
literally. Yeah.
Dominicans got cousins.
Yeah.
And Cambodians, I don't know. I can't speak on that culture.
I got cousins.
Oh yeah, you got
We
cousins.
got cousins.
So that's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure. And let's start with how you did it. So you met, if I'm correct, it was Steve Morales was like kind of one of the first people that you were able to like, or like knock down the door for you.
Yes. Like, he saw me and he was like, yo, like, can you sing the way that you dance? Because I was posting videos of myself dancing.
Hold on, he hadn't heard you sing yet?
No. But he saw me and was like, that girl looks music. And he's like,
Wait.
he's one of the best like producers.
Yeah, can we
ever.
clarify to everyone who watches this that
Yeah.
who Steve Morales is?
So
I'm just
Steve-
gonna drop a name, Enrique Iglesias.
Yes.
But you
Celine
continue.
Dion, Beyonce.
Jesus Christ, you say Celine
Lil
Dion?
Wayne. Yes.
How do you go from Celine to Wayne? Yo,
He's-
Steve,
he's
you're
like
the
that.
VOG. Wow.
Yo, Steve is mad
Wow.
cool. He's
okay.
mad cool. And
so,
he
my
had,
bad, I interrupted.
No, that's cool. We love giving big ups. But basically, he saw the vision, and then he was like, "Come to Miami. Let's get you on the mic." And I was like, "Okay." You know, I always wanted to sing, because I used to just sing in the mirror with my hairbrush. But I felt like I didn't have the resources. Like, it's hard to get into a studio and find
Very.
a producer and all this stuff. So granted the opportunity, I went for it. And I got on the mic. I sang a song that he had already had pulled up, and I was like, that sounds cool.
It was an original song. You weren't doing like a cover?
No. It was like an original song.
Damn, you blew his mind on an original track?
Yeah.
That's a lot harder than a cover that you've memorized and you.
No. It was
studied.
crazy because I just like listened to it and tried to sing it. He'll be like, oh, sing it more like this. So I would do that. And then he was like, you know, you have a really good tone, like the tone of voice. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Then when I was hearing it back on records and stuff, I was like, I think people would like that. And
Yeah.
it seems like it's working out. Oh, my nose ring.
All gravy. But let me ask you, did you sing before this? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so you had experience singing. You've
Yeah.
done it before.
Yeah, like I sing all the time. My grandma used to have a karaoke machine in the living room.
Oh, okay.
And then-
Shout out to Lola or grandma, whatever you say.
Yeah, my grandma. And then in middle school, I was in chorus class for all 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you knew you can sing, but what really blows my mind about everything you just said is 2 things. One, you went on a limb and you were like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out there and sing. Having not really went into a recording studio and seen how the
Let
product
me
comes
tell
out.
you, literally, when I first got on the mic, and it took me a while to get used to it, because you can hear everything.
Yeah.
If you're nervous, you could hear your heartbeat.
Yep. You
So-
can hear the breath.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that took me a while to kind of get over, but once I was in there, like, it just felt like heaven.
Yeah, you were like, did you feel that zone?
Yeah.
You were like in
Yeah.
your purest form. Or
Yeah.
like,
It gives me the same feeling like when I dance.
Wow. Well, shout out to yourself for taking that challenge on, because that is not an easy thing to do. A lot of people might think like, oh, if Timberland called me right now, I go to the studio and kill it. It's not easy. You go into any recording studio with any engineer, any producer, but let alone someone who's, to repeat the list, Enrique, Celine Dion, Lil Wayne, Beyonce, and he saw that in you and you went, good shit, you killed it too.
Thank
I'm
you
sure
so
you killed
much.
it, because now just from your work with him, you have landed yourself a record deal. And your first single has Saweetie on it.
Yeah. Isn't
One
she
Night
cool?
Ting.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. I just saw Saweetie at a Clipper game, and I should have said something to you, Sweetie, but I was nervous.
Aw.
She looked so beautiful.
She's
and
nice. You could say something
I know
to
she
her, I
looked
think.
nice, but honestly, I have no game, and I'm in a relationship, so I was like, even if I like shoot a shot at Sweetie right now, my girl's gonna get mad at me.
No.
But then also, it was like, if I shoot a shot at Sweetie right now, and then I meet her like in the industry, she's gonna be like, "Oh, you weirdo." So
Oh.
I kept it real cool. Like,
You know
almost
what?
like I
Yeah,
didn't care.
maybe if you feel that way, maybe it's better. You.
It didn't feel right, you know. But you've met her, right? I imagine.
Yeah.
How is the chemistry between you and Saweetie in IRL? You know, the real world.
You know what? When I first saw her, first of all, I thought she was gonna be taller, but we're kind of like the same height. She might be a little bit shorter than me, and she's very luscious. Like her body is crazy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
even had to tell her, I'm like, I'm sorry if you see me, I keep looking, but like, I can't help myself. Like, but she's wicked cool, really sweet girl.
Yeah.
She's just super cool.
She seems like it. I haven't met her, but just from content I've seen and interviews she's done, and even the way she handled that public breakup, I thought was really respectful. I thought she just handled it like a G. She kind of was like, I don't want to talk about this shit. Like, I moved on, you know?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Saweetie.
Love that.
And now, I like to tell young artists, like, what their statistics are, right? You know, like sports.
Yeah.
You are 1 for motherfucking 1.
Oh.
One Night Ting is a smash.
I'm glad you think so.
No, honestly, I love the way you said think so. I love the way the H and the T, the H drops like instantly when you speak, which I think your accent is beautiful.
You know what? Nobody ever told me I had an accent. So hearing it now is just like crazy.
Well, you know what's I was gonna bring it up is you're first generation U.S. born. So did the accent develop from you just maybe you weren't taught English as a kid or?
It's more like a pigeon tongue because when I speak Spanish, it's super ghetto. And then when I speak Khmer, it's super like not well put together.
Khmer is Cambodian?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like it was kind of like a mixture of all 3 things. And now sometimes I'll think in like 3 different languages.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you grew up mastering 3 languages.
Not mastering, but you know, I've worked my way around.
Oh yeah. So are you fluent in Khmer?
I'm pretty good, like
Okay.
75%.
And then
I can understand most stuff
Okay.
and say a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, that's more than I speak any language besides English. Su hablo bueno español?
Yeah. My
Okay.
Spanish is cool, you know. I mostly speak Spanish when I'm like, if I'm with my family, because like my grandma, she only speaks Spanish. So if I want to talk to her, I have to talk to her like that.
Yeah, and that's the one that calls you about the numbers?
No, that's a different
that's
one.
the Cambodian grandma.
Yeah, no, I got mad. Thank God for me. Like God bless me. I have all my grandparents alive. Like
All 4?
yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I got mad grandmas. I was going to be like, girl, you can only have 2. I was going to be like, statistically, you can only have 2.
I mean, my friends' grandmas sometimes.
That's true. They could be your grandmas.
Yeah.
But okay, so you speak Spanish. Now that leads me to my next question because when I went to Spotify, any artist on my interview, I go to your Spotify or your Apple Music and I try to investigate and dig. You did something on your Spotify, by the way. I don't know if this was your idea. We're gonna have to give props to whoever it was. That was fucking genius.
Okay.
I have never seen an artist do this. This is rare.
Okay.
You have a record called, not even a record, you have something on Spotify called Boop.
Yeah.
That is the cutest thing I've heard in my life.
Oh.
I played it, and I thought when I played it, Spotify had a new thing where they run an advertisement or something. Because it was like, hi, this is Tai'aysha. And you were like, you know, so nice to meet you, and I plan to be dropping a new song soon with Saweetie.
Yeah.
Boop. You did something like that. And thinking in my head, I'm like, fucking Spotify, just play me the damn song. So I went back and I
that's the
clicked
whole
Boop
thing.
again. Was this this is genius. You ran a little advertisement
You know
on
what?
your Spotify before you dropped.
Let me tell you, it wasn't my idea. It was like an old friend's idea.
Can we drop their name? I just want to shout them out so they hear this.
No.
Okay, well, old friend, you did good.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay, got it. Well, I'll tell you what, it was very well thought out because it was unique. It was just different. You know,
Yeah.
like I just was like, the fuck just happened? In that moment, I was like, okay, she's a little different out the gates.
I love that you love that.
I just thought it was so unique because I've seen the movie Superbad where they go boop, and I felt like you booped me. Like on Spotify, you're like boop, and I was like, Tai'aysha, like, come on, girl.
Here I go.
Okay, so that was really cool, unique. But then when we get into One Night Ting, the first thing my ears say is, wow, she has fucking production behind her.
Yeah.
That song is mixed, mastered, recorded, produced, written,
sure.
sung. Everything on a scale is like 10 out of 10. Now, what I wonder is, because the song reminded me, I think I told you this earlier, reminded me a lot of when I first heard Pon de Replay, right? But when I listen to Rihanna now, I think she kind of she doesn't do that much of the music that's like, felt like Pon de Replay or like islandy. Now with you have a Dominican background.
Yeah.
Can we expect Spanish music going forward? Can we expect more of this island vibe?
I mean, yeah, for sure, because really that's all I listen to. You know?
What do you mean, Spanish music?
No, like I only listen to like dembow, reggaeton, dance hall, soca, like it's
Latin, mostly Latin music.
Yeah, Latin music, Caribbean music, island music, whatever you want to call it.
Caribbean music too. My bad.
But like, you know, that's just like the vibes that I'm attracted to. Then I want for everybody to be able to enjoy it, you know. So I put in more of like the pop kind of flair. Then I love R&B. You know, I never try and put myself in a box, but
you don't let them.
No,
don't,
but I
definitely
have songs where I'm like singing Spanish and
already recorded.
Yeah, already recorded. But I would like to do more. You know, just do everything.
Yeah. You reminded me of like when I watch young Kanye interviews.
Really?
You're like, don't put me in a box. Just not like nearly as like upset, you know, but they can't put you in a box.
You know, sometimes, honestly, this might be controversial, but sometimes I identify with Kanye.
Oh, I always identify with Kanye.
I'm like, I kind of feel that.
No,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was telling people,
making sense.
I was telling people upstairs earlier, he had an interview with the Breakfast Club in 2013 where he's like, Charlemagne's upsetting him. The guy was always on the right, and he goes like, I'm in 2023, and he goes, I have to come back to 2011 when I talk to you guys. Oh. He's like, and you guys just don't understand. I have to and I realized, I'm like, shit, he talked about being a black billionaire. He talked about running his own fashion line. He talked about how the walls had to be torn down for black men to work in fashion as the head guy. 10 years later, rest in peace, Virgil was the head director at Louis. Yeezy's worth $1 billion. Like, I'm like, damn, yay.
He knew he had his little crystal ball.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying now. You're saying like, I'm in no box.
Yeah.
I would kind of, from the first record, I would say I thought of this on the drive-in.
Okay.
Reggae and B.
Reggae and B.
Yeah. Kind of like R&B, but
that's
I felt the reggae.
Reggae and B, yeah.
Because even in your name, I know I keep going back to Ting, the word Ting. But for you to put the word Ting out there in your first song, you're identifying with your roots. Like, I'm an island girl deep down, at least in some sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're very R&B. You sing like a motherfucker. You got a voice on you.
Oh, thank you.
So reggae and B is how I'm gonna define what I've heard.
I love that. I think you really just like nailed it on the head.
I tried. I studied all day today. I tried.
Love that.
So going forward, I'm not gonna put you into a box, but I know you have a project coming or something. You know, are you gonna go the single route? No, single. Are you gonna go the EP or album route?
So I think I have like honestly like at least 2 albums done right now. Like I have so much music backed up because I just like it. It's fun.
Damn.
But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. I know I have my next single picked out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a breakup song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but it's not like, oh, my heart's broken, blah, 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 like I'm crying. No, it's like a breakup song and I'm doing my thing.
Oh.
So I think people are gonna like go crazy for that one.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And what genre? Because I'm not gonna put you in a genre, but what genre would you put that record into?
Every genre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna love it.
I love that. I love that. I'm gonna tell you what, you're very confident. You have every right to be.
Thank you.
Because like I said, you went 1 for motherfucking 1. It was like you're an NBA player and your first shot was a full court shot and you made it.
Wow.
I don't know if that made sense to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully it did. Okay, I don't know if you watched NBA or not, but
I've been to a few basketball games.
Okay.
But I didn't know what was going on. I was just cheering. Like, oh, is that our team?
Wait,
Woo!
are you a Celtics fan?
Yes.
You from Mass?
Yes.
I'm a diehard Celtics fan.
No, I've been to like 2 or 3 Celtics games.
Oh my God. I'm a diehard. I'm going to their game next week in Oakland
Oh.
versus the Warriors. That's how much I love my team. So that's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Good to know that.
Love that.
Good to know that. So you're going to... So it sounds like you're going to do what I think is a smart thing to do for any new artist, singles. You're going to come out with another single. And then I think what most great young artists are doing now is to kind of let the fans dictate when it's album time. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
wait till they're flooding you with the comments or
For
something.
sure. I think that's smart.
But you have 2 albums worth of music, you said.
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been working.
I just like it. It's fun.
I love that.
Like
I
when
love
I'm
that.
bored, I'm like, yo, let's pull up a beat. Like, let's see
Can I
what's going
challenge
on.
you?
Oh gosh.
Keep that same energy.
Okay.
It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
I've met so many artists who are like 10 years in the game and are fucking phenomenal artists, but you see the fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that same energy because that's what's going to keep your music so young.
No, but you know what too? I feel like that's what makes everything the music. Like if you turn your back on the music, I'm not gonna be sitting here with you. I'm not gonna be in LA right now. I'm not gonna be seeing people. I'm not gonna be doing all these things. Like music really just makes the world go round. It makes my world go round.
Absolutely.
So I would never turn my back.
What a
I think that would
beautiful
just be like, not to hate on nobody else, but I think that would be like lazy.
Yeah,
Right?
Absolutely. You're on a mission.
Yeah.
You have 40 cousins.
Yeah.
From what you said.
I
You're
have
probably
40
like a lowballed.
Yeah.
Probably got like 50 of them, right? You got 3 siblings. You're the first generation. You got to do it.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask next is essentially you have your next year kind of mapped out as far as you have so much work to drop. You're going to be traveling like a motherfucker. But can we manifest something right now?
Yeah.
Who's your dream collaboration? Who's somebody that you're like, I'm going to work with this motherfucker in the next year or 2?
Oh my gosh, my dream collab.
Let's do 1 artist, 1 producer if we can.
Okay, so can I say 2 artists?
You can say as many as you like, yeah.
Okay, so Adonia, he's a dancehall artist. He already said he would do.
Me off guard.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Adonia. He already said he would do it with me, but he's like one of my favorite artists.
Wow.
So when I told him next time that he's in Miami, like let's get a studio and like vibe.
Oh, it's going to happen for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's gonna be so cool. And then SZA.
Ooh.
Because I like the way that she writes and I like the way that she sings because when she sings it's almost like she's rapping too.
Yeah.
Like she's dope. She's super cool.
I love that. And I put you in that new box I made, that reggae and B box. And that literally covers both.
Right?
So I'm going to tell you what artists I think you're going to work with. Oh, I know you're going to work with eventually.
Let's hear.
It's going to sound really good. I think it's an obvious answer. Drake. Because Drake is all about that island vibe. Since
Drake,
early in his career.
Drake tried to sign me.
Oh, you're for sure going to have a record with Drake. You probably already have a record with Drake, huh?
If he still likes me, I don't know
Have
if
you
he's mad
recorded
because
with
I said
Drake?
no to him. No.
Oh, the fact that you said no to Drake, you're going to get the record from Drake.
Yeah, I hope he still likes me.
For sure. I don't know what kind of woman Drake likes, but...
No, not like that.
Because I was going to say,
Not
he
like
dated
that.
Rihanna, and there's a lot, you know what
No,
I mean?
not like that.
You mean as like a friend.
Yeah,
No,
like
he's
as
going to
an
respect
artist.
it. No, he's going to respect it.
Okay, cool.
I talked to an artist named CEO Trial who turned down Gucci Man. Because at the time, it didn't sound right. He said Gucci hated him.
Oh.
Him and Gucci now are like this. So as time goes, Drake will appreciate it.
Yeah, I think
What
so.
producer, though, do you want to work with? Who are we going to manifest?
Can I be honest? I mean, I feel like I'm not really looking for that. Because
Oh.
I think that honestly, like, whenever there's something that I feel like, oh, I'm thinking this or I'm thinking that, I usually go to Steve and I'm like, hey, could you help me do this?
Oh,
and
damn.
he's like really good.
Okay.
So I can't think of somebody off the top of my head that I would be like dying to work with.
Okay, I'll throw one out there.
Okay.
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell would be
Because you
cool.
have a very free spirit. That's the
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed about him. He works with artists who are very free, who like have their own kind of look, image, sound. So I'm gonna manifest that. When you work with Pharrell, I'm gonna be on the sideline like, hell yeah,
Love that.
hell yeah.
Love that.
So one night Ting out now with Saweetie.
Yes.
Record's going crazy.
Oh yeah.
You're already at over 1 million streams, just 1 million streams on Spotify alone.
When I saw that, I literally almost passed out.
Fucking crazy, right?
That's a lot of streams.
A shitload of. You were 1 for 1. That's why I said you took a full court shot and you sank it. Just went straight into the basket and didn't go anywhere else.
I'm like floored. Sometimes it just doesn't feel real,
It's only going to be more and more. Wait till you hit 10 million. And then remember how much you felt about this. Because you're going to have a record one day that hits 1 million and it's not going to be enough based on your new expectations. So it's amazing.
No, I'll just keep it G.
Keep it G. Well, you are a one of one, free spirit. Very few artists I meet have this kind of confidence this early in their career. And the team you have behind you, I mean, shit, you got Saweetie on your first record. I don't want to get into numbers, but that shit ain't cheap. Like, you are going. You are full go. All
I'm
systems
nothing
go.
without my peoples.
Absolutely. Anyone you want to shout out before we wrap this up?
God.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Okay. Well, I'm going to shout out Kanye. We love you, Kanye.
Yeah, shout out Kanye.
Where can we find you online? Socials, Instagram, TikTok?
So my Instagram is just at Tai'aysha. It's Taiaysha. And then from there, you can find me everywhere else. But Instagram's where I post all the sexy stuff.
All the sexy stuff. Okay.
Yeah, pictures of my face.
I thought, okay, I was about to say pictures of, I was like, is there like, what? No.
No, not my butt. If I had a bigger butt, maybe I would do that.
I wasn't going to say that. I just was.
No, but I was thinking that.
That's what you're crazy, yo.
Yeah.
You are crazy. You are like, I could have gotten such crazy shit out of you at this interview, but like, I'm going to wait for the next one. I think I'm going to ask you some real crazy stuff.
I am.
I could tell.
Cray.
I could tell. Cray. Well, Tai'aysha, I'm a firm believer. If you were a stock in the stock market, I'm investing everything I got into you because I see what's gonna happen in this next year or two.
Oh my gosh, not me about to make the Tai'aysha coin. You know how they have the Bitcoin? I made the Tai'aysha coin so you could buy one.
I would convert all my Ethereum into Tai'aysha coin tonight if I could.
Oh yeah, we're getting rich. Woo!
We're getting rich. Well, One Night Ting out now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of songs on the way, singles on the way. I'm very excited to see, what this next year has in store for you.
Me too. Thank you so much.
Of course. Enjoy the Sade album.
Like, you don't even know. This is like the coolest gift I've gotten.
Oh.
I didn't get nothing for Valentine's Day. I didn't get nothing for Christmas.
What are we doing, fellas?
Exactly.
Family, you get nothing for Christmas? That's on your family.
But I couldn't go home to my family.
Okay.
So I
That's
was
on
like,
her.
yeah, no, I was by myself for Christmas. But this is like the coolest gift I've got all year.
Thank you. Enjoy that. If honestly, all it came down to is if you weren't that cool of a human being, I was gonna give you Soldier of Love because that album's way too good. I love Soldier of Love too. Yeah. And then I was like, if she's cool, I'll give her Diamond Life. Mm-hmm. And you were so dope. I was like, she's getting Love Deluxe.
This is it.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Tai'aysha, thank you so much.
Woo!
Everybody, this is Dash Radio. Tai'aysha in the house. Go stream One Night Ting out now, and let's see what happens next.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.